So, what's going on guys, Kaid is here, welcome back to a brand new video. And today I will look into the best gun in the game called the Bruen MK9. Just by taking a closer look at this weapon stats, this gun blows away every single one of them. So that means all the M13s, M4s, Growls, Odins or any other guns are a lot worse if you compare them to the Bruen. At the start I will show you the best strategy on how to unlock the Bruen MK9 as fast as possible, then the best starting loadout, perks and equipment. And after the challenge is done, I will show you the best Bruen MK9 class setup, the right attachments, best perks, tactics on how to use it, and at the end you'll be able to see my best clips using this gun from my stream. With that said, if you want to check me live playing some Warzone with my friends, doing some high kill games, or you just want to interact or ask any questions, feel free to check me out at twitch.tv/KaidGames. I stream every single day from 10 AM UK time, and I'll see you there. And with all of the things out of the way, let's get right into the video. Then, starting off, first things first is the gun challenge. So, you have to get 3 kills in 15 different matches, killing players near a smoke with any LMG gun. The challenge itself seems really simple, but you have to look into the small details to get it done as fast as possible. So, obviously the best way to complete this challenge is playing multiplayer and one of the game modes that is called the Dirty Old Houseboat. If you are watching this video a lot later, then this game mode can be called different, but the main things to look forward are small maps, which can be any game mode whatsoever. But right now, at the time of recording, the best maps are Rust, Shoot House and Shipment. The game mode, which is called really weirdly the Dirty Old Houseboat, is a map playlist that switches between all these 3 maps and different game modes, and right now it's the best one to use. But in case if you do not own the base game, then do all the same things that I will tell you in this video, but just in Plunder. But anyhow, in both situations having extra teammates will help. So each player can only get 1 smoke at the start, and the more smokes per player you have, the faster you can get the kills. As well, a quick reminder that I have seen a bunch of players making this huge mistake. There is a perk called the Shrapnel, which if you read the description of the perk, it tells you that at the start you can spawn with 1 extra lethal equipment. So usually players think that they will get 2 extra smokes, but no. Smokes are a tactical equipment, not a lethal equipment. So basically this perk is useless and I will show you which one is better. Okay, so by now we have figured out what is the challenge, which maps and game modes are the best to do them as fast as possible. And here is the next most important thing, which is the loadout that you'll be unlocking the Bruen MK9. So, for my primary weapon I have chosen the Holger 26, which if you remember the challenge right, you have to get all the 3 kills in 15 different matches using one of the LMGs, and this one is the best one. Then for the secondary weapon I picked a pistol, but you can pick whatever you want, will not be using it. And for perks I went with EOD, Ghost and Battle Hardened. As for my perks of choice, I chose EOD, because in this super small maps, a bunch of people usually throw C4s, grenades, rocket launchers, or any other lethal or tactical equipment. So, to survive them as much as you can, you definitely want all the explosive damage to be reduced. As for my second perk, I went with Ghost. To be honest, in these small maps, it really doesn't matter. You could go with different perks that would regenerate your tactical equipment or lethal, but in the small maps you die super fast and kill super fast players, so it basically doesn't matter. And at least if you don't show up on enemy player maps, maybe you'll survive 1 or 2 more times. And as for my third perk, I went with Battle Hardened. It's basically the same thing as EOD, just all the flashes, stun grenades or any other thing that could slow you down, you'll get a reduced effect. But as for my lethal equipment, I picked a Semtex. Sometimes if a player was camping, I just Semtex them, but most time you don't want to use it because the challenge is only made for the LMG. And obviously, last but not the least, my tactical equipment is the smoke grenade. Then, with that said, taking a closer look at my Holger 26 LMG setup. For muzzle, I picked the monolithic suppressor. For barrel, I went with the HRK ultralight. Laser is the tac laser. For underbarrel, I picked the Commando's Force Grip, and last but not the least, the most important thing for the whole setup is the optic, which is called the Solizor NVG Enchanted. Not only you can see through smokes all your enemies, but you have a scope to shoot long range and hit headshots more consistently. Overall, you can use any other thermal scope, which will allow you to see through the smoke, but in my opinion, this one is the best. As well, a quick disclaimer is you don't have to specifically use this LMG with all the attachments because probably you'll not have any of them unlocked. But the main thing is to get a thermal or this specific scope. As well, a quick tip is for you to go to weapons, then click field upgrades and select the munitions box. In my personal experience, I never needed to reload my weapon because I usually killed players or they killed me. And obviously whenever you respawn you get full magazine back again. But for that information, or just if you really want that extra advantage, I'll pick the field upgrade as your ammunitions box and I don't know, maybe get extra smoke or extra bullets if you really need them. Then moving over to doing the actual challenge itself, it's super simple. Play the dirty old houseboat game mode and you will get super small maps. As you spawn close to the players or when you see them, throw the smoke and start killing them. You can stay directly in the smoke by using the thermal scope. So most of the time you'll get probably 1 to 2 kills each smoke, then you'll probably die, respawn again, throw the smoke again, and there will not be a specific counter, so you just have to count it in your head and get those 3 kills in the smoke. But for you to see if you have actually completed the challenge and moved over 1 tier, still being in the game and the lobby, click escape, click on loadouts, click on your loadout, then click on the LMG icon, scroll down to the gun called the Bruen MK9 and see if you have progressed. So obviously you'll start from the tier 0, then you'll progress to tier 1, from tier 1 you'll go to tier 2, and so on and so forth till you get to tier 15. When you see that you have got 1 more tier unlocked, leave the game and do it all over again 15 times. This challenge may seem super boring, but shouldn't be hard whatsoever. And believe me, this gun is definitely one of the best ones. In general, the Bruen MK9 is one of the most underrated weapons in the current build of Warzone, and it's able to dominate nearly any AR at medium or long range. So all your M13s, M4s, Growls, Odins or any other long to medium range guns you could just throw into the ground. The Bruen has super fast firing rate with over 60 bullets, and with the right attachments it is the best gun in the game. With almost 0 recoil, it is even better and more broken than the Growl back in the days. It can melt any enemy in just mere milliseconds. So with all of this said, after getting the weapon itself, you'll probably want to know what is the best loadout for it. The sad truth is that after getting all the 3 kills in 15 different matches, you're not still done with the grinding. So for your grinding loadout, which I showed you at the start, you just have to change to the MK9. And if you prefer, you can use the same small maps and the same game mode and just kill people no matter if they are in the smoke or not, and try to level your gun up to level 54. To level up your weapon super fast, you can use the double weapon experience tokens, which by clicking here you can check it out if you have any leftover. But if not, you can wait for double weapon XP weekends or just grind the kills yourself without any tokens or double experience weekends. Like I said, all the weapon attachments that you will need will unlock at level 54. So happy grinding. Then if you're still watching, probably all the grind and everything else is done. And let's take a look at the attachments you want to use for your Bruen MK9. So here is my current best loadout ever that you could use. Obviously for my primary weapon I picked the Bruen MK9, and my secondary weapon is the Fennec. For perks I went with EOD, Overkill and Amped, and for my lethal equipment I went with C4 and Tactical is the heartbeat sensor. Then for the best attachments you want to go with muzzle as the monolithic suppressor, barrel as the HRK Summit 26.8. For optic you can pick the VLK 3-time optic, but obviously any of them can work, but in my opinion and personal preference this one is the best. As for the underbarrel, go with the Commando's force grip and ammunition, the 60 round magazine. This is one of those guns that all the 4 attachments, which are muzzle, barrel, underbarrel and ammunition, is must have, and the 5th one you can pick and choose, but VLK 3-time optic is the best one so far. And if you were looking for the secondary weapon which should be a really good for your loadout, then at least for me is the Fennec. So the MK9 is made specially for medium and long ranges, but then what do you do if someone pushes close range? So this gun is specifically made for that. It can win any single 1v1 against any single gun. It has super fire rate and you melt people in mere milliseconds. So for the best Fennec attachments, as for the barrel you go with the Ace LR18 Deadfall, laser is the 5mm laser, ammunition is the 40 round drum mag, rare grip is the rubberized grip tape, and for the last perk you go with the sleight of hand. Obviously, like every weapon, the sleight of hand perk can be changed for an optic or a stock, or even an underbarrel, but I personally like the sleight of hand perk. So guys, if you're still watching the video, now you know how to unlock the Bruen MK9 as fast as possible, what is the best loadout for it, and what are the actual best attachments and perks for the weapon when you have it unlocked. But as for any strategy or tactical advice, the MK9 weapon is basically any other medium to long range weapon. It's the same thing as the Grail, just a lot better, with the same zero recoil, higher fire rate, and higher speed to kill. Remember, it's only good in medium to long ranges, and for the close range you can go with any MP7s or an MP5. Like I said, I personally think that the Fennec is the best close range, but you can pick and choose for yourself. If you were looking for a weapon that is basically the same thing as Growl, just twice as better, then here it is. While you were watching the video, you watched some of my past broadcasts from my stream at twitch.tv/KaidGames. So I go live every single day from 10 AM UK time, and if you want, you can check me out. I usually answer any of your questions. I try to aim for high kill gameplays or anything else that you, the viewer, wants to see. Appreciate it for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe, comment any questions or future video improvements. My name is Kaid. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Peace.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.